hello, well, happy day. Welcome to Shay and Britt. Britt is unavailable right now. She's studying for exams, college life and all. But I wanted to introduce a topic today. I hope you guys have seen some of our skits and some of our memes. We try to do like relatable topics, and we try to put like some type of a relatable or comedic spin on it. Some of the things that happen to us and or the people around us on a regular basis. We want to do a little bit of everything on a Shay Britt show. And one of the things we want to introduce is little like talking segments to expand the conversation on issues that affect us. So one of the first topics I want to introduce is what's a hoe, right, or a whore. When I mean what's a hoe, I mean like what is your definition of a whore? Is it as black and white as most may define it, or do you have some gray areas? And when I'm talking about a hoe, I'm talking about specifically when it comes to a female, because when it comes to a male, let's face it, in our society, which I also think is wrong, it's difficult to label a man as a hoe because men are entitled, or society treats them like they're entitled to do more sexually speaking than a female, and they won't get labeled as fastly as a female would for doing the same things. So what is your definition of a hoe? My definition of a hoe, I mean, I'm a good girl. I grew up a good girl. At least people told me I was. But I don't see as black and white as I used to see. As I'm growing up, I'm having a lot of gray areas, and I take a lot of context into effect. For instance, some people will say a hoe is a female who has one too many sexual partners. Well, when you're saying one too many sexual partners, what are you considering? Are you considering her age? Are you considering the amount of years that she's been dating these people? Are you considering if she is dating these people? Are these boyfriends? Are these one-night conquests? Like, there's a lot of things that people are considering. For instance, there could be a woman that's 35, grown woman, right, that has maybe 15 sexual partners, that lost her virginity at 16. I hear a lot of people lose their virginity at 15 or 16, which is sad. That's too young to be having sex. But anyway, in my opinion, I don't want to pass any judgments on this page. It's not what it's about. This is just to expand the conversation. So in my opinion, I don't think you should be having sex at that age. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know yourself. You're still learning about your body. You should wait till marriage. But everybody has their own. Of course, I have the traditional Christian views about things, but I am realistic to the issues that we have in our day-to-day lives. So with that being said, if a woman's like 35 years old, she lost her virginity at 15, and she had like 16 partners, would you label her a whore? So basically from the age of 15 to 35, that's 20 years. 20 years of having sexual encounters. Within 20 years, she had 15 sexual partners. You do the math. I'm not that great of a math whiz, but I think that's pretty spaced out. And let's say all or majority of those people were her boyfriends. Some people she was just dating, and it wasn't really known if that was her boyfriend or not, but that was the only person she was dealing with for a long period of time. Would you consider that person a hoe? I wouldn't consider that person a hoe. Or a woman who just has one night stands left and right, doesn't care who enters her body, who doesn't have any regard for sexual safety. Like, would you consider that woman a hoe, as opposed to the example that I gave you before? Again, I consider context. I consider the amount of time you've been having sex. I consider if you're responsible with it. I consider if you're sexually healthy. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with being sexually healthy, of knowing your body, of knowing what you want, of knowing when you want it. Just be responsible. I do conform to the normal Christian views of having sex after marriage. But I understand that everyone, subscribes to such views. And sometimes life just gets the best of you. And you fall and you fall and you repent and you get back up. I mean, what can I say? Like, what are some of your views? When it comes to a man also, why is it that a man who's 35, for instance, can have 25 sexual partners, and he started at the age of 12, but he's a player, and he's not even a hoe? So, like, what's up with the double standard? Like, come on. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you more black and white? Do you have any gray areas? I really want to know what you think on this topic. Continue to join us as more controversial topics arise. I might do a part 2 to this video because this is a very interesting topic. Thank you for joining Shay and Britt. You just have Shay. Britt's not available, as I said before, but she will be for other future topics. Thank you.